Hello, my name is Wayne Visser and I'm the founder and director of CSR International. And I'm here to wish CSR International happy birthday. It was on this day, 1 year ago on the 4th of March, that about 100 people gathered in London in King's Cross to celebrate the launch of this new social enterprise. And what was the idea? What was the vision? We wanted to bring a change to the CSR profession and to create a space where people working in CSR could share their best practice and their knowledge and their hopes for the future. Those that were at the launch may recall, or you may have seen the video on the website, that we held a funeral for the old CSR, what we call CSR 1.0. And this is the sort of CSR that treats corporate social responsibility as simply to do with charity, philanthropy, public relations, greenwash, and so on. And this is the kind of CSR we really believe needed to be dead and buried. On the other hand, we celebrated the birth of the new CSR, Corporate Sustainability and Responsibility, or CSR 2.0. And this is a kind of CSR that is more up to the challenge of what we face in the world in terms of environmental, social and ethical problems. And if we look at the underlying principles behind CSR 2.0 that we're trying to promote through CSR International, we're looking at creativity, scalability, responsiveness, glocality, by which we mean think global, act local, and circularity, by which we mean the closed loop economy. And so based on these principles we set off a year ago, and I must say we've come a long way in such a short time. I'm delighted that now we have a community of over 1,000 people from 91 countries who have joined us in various forms. Some have joined through the website, some through social networking forums like LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, Ning, Yahoo groups, and so on. And so we welcome you all and we thank you for your support. It's been a busy year, other than all the postings that we've had online, more than 1,000 knowledge-based entries that we've shared on our website. We've also been running various learning programs, and these have been in places as far-flung as Australia, Kenya, the United Kingdom, Germany, Armenia, Azerbaijan, Georgia, Turkey, and so on. And I'm very hopeful that we'll be able to continue to share our learning and our best practice, as well as to capture innovation on the ground, as I set off this year on the CSR Quest World Tour, where I'll be visiting around about 20 countries and running workshops and talks and conducting interviews with some of you, the leaders and experts in CSR, that we can share among our community. Well, I'm pleased to say that what we're doing seems to be hitting the right spot, and more than 50,000 people have visited our website over the last year, and round about 30,000 have visited our independent blog, which has been voted as one of the top 100 blogs by the Daily Independent. So clearly we're getting something right, and we thank you for your support in this. I also need to thank all of the volunteers, the interns and the research associates that have helped us to share this information so freely. As you know, CSR International does not charge for membership. We don't have sponsors, corporate members, or angel investors, and as a result we have run at an operating loss over the past financial year. But we're doing our best to share what we know and to bring the community together, and we'll continue to do so as the year comes ahead. So what is lying ahead? Well, we can expect in June of this year the publication of the World Guide to CSR. This is a book that brings together around 60 countries and the profiles of what's happening in CSR for those countries. Apart from that, There'll be a book that I'm working on which will explain in more detail the concept of CSR 2.0, and that book is called The Age of Responsibility. We also plan to move more strongly into the area of online learning and hope to get to the stage where we can offer a full master's in corporate sustainability and responsibility that people can do purely online. Apart from that, I see a great need for the professionalization of our area. After all, many tens of thousands of us are working full-time in various aspects of CSR, and it's time that we start to organize ourselves a bit better. It's time that we start to get recognition as a profession, and we at CSR International hope to play our role in that process. It's an exciting year with ISO 26000 coming out, but we need to be vigilant. To date, I believe that CSR has failed. It's failed to tackle the most serious problems that we face. It's failed to turn around the trends that we see in terms of environmental impacts, social impacts, and ethical dilemmas. So if we're going to embrace a new CSR, we need to test it against those principles and say, is it really making a difference in our world today? Well, I hope that you will join me as we go forward. These are exciting times, and in the years ahead, I hope that we will become a profession to be proud of, and that we can really say that we do make a positive difference in the world. Thank you, and I'll see you along the journey.